a dusty shack high in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It was tough work, brown dirt, and bluegrass songs. Sweet hickory filled the air. Daddy's love was hard but fair. If I knew how rich I was, I'd not have gone. Yeah, but the city called my name and I came running with my young man's hopes and my daddy's old guitar. I played the dives and paid some dues, singing every tune I knew, and those homesick ones I sang the best by far. Now I've seen the sun go down on the streets of New York town, and I've watched it from the hills of old Virginia. Beauty's what the eye beholds, one man's dirt's another's gold. Oh, but sometimes the grass is really greener. Come on, Robbie, number 2. Well, the record company man confessed he liked me, but he'd have to shave a few rough edges down. Cut my hair like Brooks and Dunn's, trade the banjo for some drums, 'cause no one would buy that old high lonesome sound. Now I don't know just what this deal has got me. I've gained out a fan and I've lost the ones I had. I've worn my heart right through my sleeve, singing a song I don't believe. I believe I'll go back home to Mom and Dad. Now I've seen the sun go down on the streets of New York town, and I've watched it from the hills of old Virginia. Beauty's what the eye beholds, one man's dirt's another's gold. Oh, but sometimes the grass is really greener. Come on in, Jenny. Well, in the dusty shack high in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and when I die, it's on this farm they'll lay me down. And the hills will hear my song, 'cause it's there that I belong. Man, you just can't shake old roots from southern ground. Now I've seen the sun go down on the streets of New York town, and I've watched it from the hills of old Virginia. Beauty's what the eye beholds, one man's dirt's another's gold. Oh, but sometimes the grass is really greener. Sometimes the grass is really greener. Missy Raines on the bass fiddle over there. Well, it's hard to tell what's on an angel's mind. Yeah, but a suitcase means the same thing every time. One minute she loved me, the next she was gone. So goodbye, good-lookin, so long. She had 40-carat eyes and a figure fit to kill. She had legs that would not quit their walking still. Too good to let go of, but too hard to hold on. So goodbye, good-lookin, so long. And I may be blue forever after, but But life can't always be diamonds and dreams, love and laughter. And when I think of her, I know I'll smile. Yeah, the earth sure felt like heaven for a while. But one blink of those blue eyes and my heaven was gone. So goodbye, good looking, so long. But life can't always be diamonds and dreams, love and laughter. And when I think of her, I know I'll smile. Yeah, the earth sure felt like heaven for a while. One blink of those blue eyes and my heaven was gone. So goodbye, good looking, so long. Well, goodbye, good looking, so long.
Thank you. It's great to be here in the park today. Thanks for coming and watching us play for a little while. The great Robbie Fulks is here in San Francisco. Yes. Here's one called Georgia Hard. 1, 2, 1, 2. She said she was leaving, so I went to follow. Blind love and I-55 got me here. Dirty old salt truck in the smog before me, and dear old Dixie back in the rear view mirror. I got a third-story walk-up with a view of the alley, a mailroom job that isn't all glamour and fun. The woman I came for has gone to another. Yes, and now my feet are just too planted to run. There's no Carolina moon over Chicago, no bluegrass growing out in my backyard, and no fields of sugar cane, no soft Virginia rain. Damn if this living ain't Georgia hard. And down on Halstead,
women walk by me like they can tell I haven't got $1 to spare. So it's into a side street for a beer and a sad song. Well, I guess some things are the same most everywhere. There's no Carolina moon over Chicago, and no bluegrass growing out in my backyard, and no fields of sugar cane, no soft Virginia rain. Damn if this living ain't Georgia hard. So please, Mr. Conwell, would you accept the charges? When I told you a cold day and making I lied, and if your pecan trees still need a good shaking, I'll be back begging as fast as the gray dog flies. 'Cause there's no Carolina moon over Chicago, and no bluegrass growing out in my backyard, no fields of sugar cane, no soft Virginia rain. Damn if this living ain't Georgia hard. No fields of sugar cane, no soft Virginia rain. Damn if this living ain't Georgia hard.
Thank you very much. I asked a couple friends to come and help me play today at the set, and you know, we've never played together as a quartet before, but we've all individually been friends for a while. Over on the fiddle, it's Jenny Scheinman. She's from right around here. Hometown Splendor. Over here on the bass, as previously introduced to you, the bluegrass legend of the bass, Missy Raines back here. Actually, she's playing, what are you playing today? Esperanza Spalding's bass, is that? Who is that? That's not yours. Oh, that's lent to us from the beautiful people at Lake Street Dive, because, thank you. Because sadly the bass missed the connection, but we're glad Missy made it. And, okay, so I think that's everybody. And the next tune here is one that I love a lot. I hope you will too. Over here on the resonator guitar, my old friend Robbie Gjersoe. How about it for him?
Well, $1 I make is $1 I owe, and a 40-hour week leaves 10 to blow. Yeah, but every game in this town is just nickel and dime, and when the sun goes down, it feels like the last time. So down the main track we ride with the engines open, and there's a fire inside, that's the one thing going. I got the Mustang loaded, I got a wrong to right, I got a little red bullet, let's kill Saturday night, knock it out of its misery, nail that coffin tight, high living that's history. with a little man's lot. That's a prince's life. A prince with a lousy job. A prince with a working wife. Something in the big frame moved. It never was so hard to keep a 20-inch tube and a fenced-in yard. But give me one night with the moon high and the radio pounding, and brother, this town's gonna go down, kicking and shouting. I've got the Mustang loaded. I've got a wrong to right. I've got a little red bullet. Let's kill Saturday night. Knock it out of its misery. Nail that coffin tight. High living, that's history. Let's kill Saturday night. Thank you. Well, as the man mentioned, I've got a new record out, new-ish. It's been out for about 14 years, actually. It's been out for a while. It's called Gone Away Backward, and I don't want to poison the show with any commercial considerations, but it is on sale over there at the tent. About 70 copies. It'd be nice to go home with like 60, you know, weigh a little less in the bag. So if you happen to be passing over there, take a look. It's got a beautiful cover of a tornado destroying property, and it's got a lot of bleak country music on it, you know, the kind that used to be made when things were rotten. And we're going to do a couple tunes from that right now, and this one takes place not far from here in the great state of Nevada. This is called I'll Trade You Money for Wine. Corn in the crib won't turn your dollar green. A dollar won't get you high. Some days a drop is all a body needs. Some days the bottle drains dry. Pockets of change don't drive my worry down. Diamonds don't make me shine. It's a short life and a long time underground. I'll trade you money for wine. Well, I've seen your towns from a long black Lincoln, boys, back when copper was king. 10 years I've stood on the same old corner, boys. I never won for a thing. Pockets of change don't drive my worry down. Diamonds don't make me shine. It's a short life and a long time underground. I'll trade you money for wine. satisfied. It was my name in Elko County, boys, now they just walk on by. The banker, he spares a quarter for my cup. His trouble's deeper than mine. That way of life, boys, there ain't gold enough. I will trade you money for wine. Sulfur dust off to the wide blue sea. Freed from the rock, the copper flies to where no miner ever may see. Shallow your cares in manual industry, so says the wide blue sea. Well, I never burden God on your account. Don't waste your prayers on me. I've seen a man of wealth and family scrimp till his hair's gone gray, laid in the ground just like I'm gonna be. He might have drunk it away. Pockets and change don't drive my worry down. Diamonds don't make me shine. It's a short life and a long time underground. I will trade you money for wine. Thank you. Back in the driveway, the end of the workday, and how fast that world disappears. A fresh lawn, a pine tree, a neighbor just like me that's worked all his life to get here. A man climbs as high as he can, but his heart belongs where it began. I can see in my mind's eye a shack on a hillside and a mean billy goat on a chain, and Dad doing battle with dirt hard as gravel. Summers the crops never came. We'd shoot down a pheasant in flight and sing songs about Jesus all night. And that's where I'm from, where time passes slower. That's where I'm from, where it's yes ma'am and no sir. You can't tell I'm country, just you look closer. It's deep in my blood. Two cars, a picket fence, that's where I've come. Dirt roads and double wides, that's where I'm from. Night school on a fast track, and no cause to look back. That place put a scar on my soul, and I swore my young ones would never know hunger. Now the good life is all they know. Well, I've watched them grow, now I see one thing separates them from me, and that's where I'm from, where time passes slower. That's where I'm from, where it's just man and no sir. You can't tell I'm country just to look closer. It's deep in my blood. A white collar, a necktie, that's where I've come. Half naked in the moonshine, that's where I'm from. If you've ever heard Hank Williams sing, brother, you know the whole blessed thing. 'Cause that's where I'm from, where time passes slower. That's where I'm from, where it's just man and no sir. Till I'm country, just to look closer, it's deep in my blood. A long way down a hard road, that's where I've come. Someplace I can't go home to, that's where I'm from. Well, it's ryegrass in the winter time, flowers in the spring, but Texas in the summer is nigh on suffering. I went up on Jackson Hill in a diner, I sat down and I waved at every stranger just to move you around. It's a long ride for the little I can. Hey, when I left that Brooklyn girl, I never thought it through. She had silk brocade in her bedroom and a job that paid for two. I think I'll get down the old guitar and see what I may find. Get $1 off some lawyer on the number 7 line. It's a long ride for the little I can. Folks will treat you kind if your wallet's in your hand, but a 6-string on your shoulder could be the devil's brand. Yeah, they'll put themselves above you, but for all the strut and brag, I'd trade every brick on Wall Street for one Black Mountain rag. It's a long ride for a little I can. There's a little girl that stole my heart, and I think she'd like to know. Yeah, but the road it goes but one way, and the only goal in sight is to make a bit more in the daytime than I drink down at night. It's long to ride for the little I gain. Girls are fair and they all sing right on key, but I went down and I never found one sang as good as me. And they say that there's a wondrous land for any good man that dies, and if it's got drink and women, well, then I'll be surprised. It's a long ride for the little I get. Two hands and one sad heart don't make a man much company. All but that's all that she left me. My friends say I should find a new direction and forget these blues. Oh, but I don't even have to choose. Tears only run one way, never back the way they came. Tears only run one way, and that's down, down, down. Our love ran wild. It brought us low and it took us higher than the skies. Oh man, it was a real ride. We kissed and we fought. Yeah, well, we ran cold and hot, but there's no two ways about the way that I feel right now. Tears only run one way, never back the way they came. Tears only run one way, and that's down, down, down. Start to drive her from my heart, no matter how hard I burn down the road of no return. Tears on Thank you so much. I've been hearing about this festival for a lot of years, and I was always hoping one day to get invited, and so it's a great privilege to get invited to play here with all these great acts. Bruce Coburn, Lake Street Dive, Roseanne Cash, and Saul Bellow. I can't believe these people I'm playing with here on this stage. It's great. So, and I'd like to thank again these great players for helping me out today. Jenny Scheinman, Missy Raines, and Robbie Gjersoe. And thank you for listening. Here's one that, this is a stupid little tune that I wrote one day back in 1984. Hope you enjoy it. It's called North Carolina. Yeah. You from there? Oh, okay. The song's almost as good as the state, isn't it? North Carolina's the cigarette state. 1, 2, 3. Well, just beyond Virginia's southern border is the land that I am happy to call mine. And I was raised in a house of brick and mortar in the red clay hills of Central Carolina. Now the corn crop there is hardly worth mention, and the cattle farms are fine but not the best. It's this little leaf we borrowed from the engines that keeps our state a notch above the rest. Now the Georgia peach is fair, Kentucky beyond compare, and Alabama's grand, the state not the band. Well, town she has her diamonds and everyone is great, but North Carolina is the cigarette state. Now the folks in our hometown sure had the habit. They smoked the best homegrown the whole year round. They knew what a good time was and how to have it. That was a cigarette town. Our neighbor Frank was no hybrid man of letters, but he made an honest living off the land. And he put away 3 packs a day or better, 'cause he was a cigarette man. Now the Georgia peach is fair, Kentucky beyond compare, and Alabama's grand, the state not the band. Well, the South, she has her diamonds, and everyone is great, but North Carolina is a cigarette state.
Oh, smoke me one, Robbie.
I just want to say she doesn't own that bass.
Here's my solo. Let's go, Giants! My love for Bill Kirchen. Nice and natural, smoked it to the filter like a pro. So I gave her a ring and from her paw I swiped her, and she gave me a boy I'm happy to call mine. Chain smokes cools and I get out of diapers in a red brick house in Central Carolina. Now the Georgia beach is fair, Kentucky beyond compare, and Alabama's grand, the state not the band. Well, the South, she has her diamonds, and everyone is great. But North Carolina is the cigarette state, and North Carolina is the cigarette state. Thank you guys very much. Thank you all.
Robbie Fulks, ladies and gentlemen!